I'm back for Dustyus's ongoing coverage of Fragadelphia Blocktober. I'm here with blameF, following a drawn-out series against bounty hunters to make playoffs. So to start, three-mapper there. Almost every single map went the full distance. Two of them went to overtime. Kind of an unexpected result for you guys to struggle so much against the Brazilians. How are you feeling coming out of that series?
Yeah, for sure. It was closer than it should have been, but it is how it is. Like, we're also playing with stand-in, no practice, no nothing. So, of course, we want to have a bigger victory, but yeah, we had a big lead at the Ancient. I think we were leading 11-5 or 11-4, very big lead, and threw it away. So, for sure, not the best result, but a win is a win.
And you brought up the fact that obviously we learned today that KRIMZ was going to be unable to make it. You said you didn't have a chance to practice with Johansson, who's standing in. How soon did the team know that KRIMZ wasn't going to be able to make it out here to Philly?
I don't know too much details, but I just know that we hadn't had, even if we wanted to practice, we couldn't because we just came back from another tournament as well. So we don't have time to practice. So yesterday we arrived here and we talked about some stuff, of course, on the server, but we just didn't have time with him and time.
And what influenced the decision to pick up Johansson? Of course, he's played with the two other Ukrainians on the team, but was he your first choice? Was he your only choice? What were the factors that led to choosing him to fill in for KRIMZ?
I have no clue. I'm not part of the process at all. I was just told that he's coming to this event and we're playing with him, and yeah, I have no clue. I have no idea.
So it sounds like you're kind of given a player to perform with. With that in mind, what positions are he? What positions is he playing? Is he just essentially filling in KRIMZ spots, or have you had a chance of mix things up a little bit? Is he just kind of a KRIMZ light?
I mean, I don't want to say too much, of course, but I think we're trying to make him happy as well because, for example, I can say, because we played Mirage today and KRIMZ is usually playing B-apps, but Fear took B-apps, so Jack could play A side. So I think he's playing a lot of KRIMZ's positions in general, so it should be a fine fit, but I think also some maps they change for him.
Obviously, there has to be some degree of comfort there for him because he's playing with two of his former teammates from Passion UA. Does it seem like he's in a comfortable position? Is he performing the way you expect? Does it seem like he's kind of in a good mental for this LAN tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I think social-wise and even team-wise stuff, he fits in perfectly. He's a great guy, good hype, talks a lot, and as you said yourself, he knows Rody and Jambo a lot, and also at other events, I've been talking to him a lot as well. So he's a great guy. I think he fits great, and also so answers well. He's I think also playing very well to my expectations.
We saw the team, like you said, recently come to Philly after finishing up in Birch Cup in Gdansk. Top 8 finish there, falling to X Inner Circle, the Polish guys. Not the result I'm sure you were looking for. What do you think went wrong in Poland?
Yeah, I think for sure it was bad results. That goes without saying. I think probably honestly we played a horrible train honestly against them. I think we got 2 or 3 rounds in first half or something like that, and when you do that, it's kind of impossible to get going. So yeah, I just think that we had some problems in that game, and we haven't played well enough recently. Because if we play well enough, we beat those teams. So it's just disappointing on our end, and we need to do better.
A lot of teams attended this LAN sort of on the proviso that, hey, if we do well here, it might help us get into the major. I'm sure that was a consideration for Fnatic as well. However, with the result in Birch Cup, it's something Fnatic are around a 10% chance of qualifying to the major. With that in mind, we saw a lot of teams pull out of Fragadelphia because they were like, oh, the VRS benefits aren't going to be worth it. Did the team have to make that brutal calculus, Fnatic, in deciding to come here, or are you guys just looking to gain points for the rest, for the season after Starlighter Budapest?
I would love to answer you, but I have no clue. I'm not involved in any of these things, so I have no clue. But of course, what I'm assuming is that there's still a chance to qualify for the major. Maybe if we win the whole thing and win every game, maybe there's a chance. I'm not sure. I haven't been any part of any of these conversations, so I can't really answer you, sorry.
More in your own opinion, though, do you think the system where teams are having to make these brutal choices between spending the money to go, to these lands across the continent, or missing out on these VRS points and letting their rivals get ahead of them? Do you think that's good for the scene, especially as someone like you, who was in the sort of the semi-franchise system back with Strauss, for example?
For me, I think that there's many good points about the VRS, but also some very bad ones. For example, I think before our last LAN event where you said yourself we disappointed, before that I think we made 4 finals in a row, and we won 2 of them. And still, that's not enough to qualify for the major because we lost like two games online, and we lost like 60 points or something crazy. And even right now, when we're winning games, I think we're winning like 2 or 3 points. So in that case, I think the system is a bit broken because I see other teams winning like 60 points per game because they didn't play many lands. And for me, I think it's a bit crazy, but yeah, as I said, there's some good stuff about it, but I think for sure there must be some things that also changes after the major, because also, as you see yourself, like it's very expensive for teams to send out their teams to like these events, and it's not being paid for. So like I think also these smaller organizations are probably also bleeding a lot of money right now. I would assume that that's hard on their end. So I think there's going to be some changes for sure.
So locking in playoffs today to end of day, you're one of 7 teams through at the end of day 1. Knowing the sort of teams that have dropped out of this LAN, how are you feeling about Fnatic's chances of taking it all?
My feeling is always when we play these lands that we can win it for sure, but it's a lot of how we play, and of course I think also it's a little bit harder now because we're playing with stand-in. But of course, the more we get to play, like the deeper we go, I think our chances grow bigger because the more we play, the more we also play with Jack, and we have a chance to for him to get more comfortable. So I think when I go into any of these tier 2 lands, I think expectation is honestly to win it or be close to winning it. But as I said, like the conditions is a little bit harder now with the stand-in, of course.
I don't know if you've had a chance to debrief with Samuelson at all, but we did hear from him that the team's going to be off tomorrow. You're not going to have to play again until Saturday. With that in mind, do you know if do you have a sort of a checklist of things in your mind that you want to be priorities for the team to work on during your day off tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Like if we can practice, then it's perfect, right? Because then we have time to show Jack Haspel some stuff. So my biggest wish is just that we can get some PCs or get a table or something, so we're able to play tomorrow, so we don't have to sit in the hotel and just wait for the next day. So.
All right. That's blameF from Fnatic, making it through the playoffs and day 1. Thank you so much for your time.